about what I've learned in my time out. And I'm sure all of you have learned a lot of the same things. You've all had this realization that your life potentially probably was chaos, like more chaotic than you probably thought it was. Now that you have some time to sit back, some time to, digest everything that's going on, you probably go, oh my gosh, what was I thinking? My man, I'm actually enjoying this time. You got it, Michelle. I got you, girl. I'm actually enjoying this time out. Like, I'm actually enjoying getting caught up on all those things. I'm actually enjoying reconnecting, spending more time with my dogs. I have 3 dogs that, for those that know me, I travel a lot. Like, I'm always traveling somewhere. I'm always like seeing the world and, visiting friends and family and creating things like that. So for me to be able to be home is actually really exciting. And in that, I've been able to create and write more. These programs, one of the programs I've been wanting to create for a long time, it's actually been created. I've just never really put the finishing touches on it. Is my 5 pillars of purpose, which is everything I've ever learned in the way of self-help, self-growth, development, mentorship. It's everything I've ever learned in a course that I have put together. That I usually have been doing it for people, in corporations and things like that. But now I'm making it available for the public. So I have my course I've been able to work on, finishing those touches. What else? I'm able to do practice more music. I'm writing more. I'm creating more. I'm taking more, documenting more content for my businesses. What else? I'm not eating on the run. I'm slowing down. I'm feeling refueled and recharged. I don't pop out of bed and go crazy like a lot of you. I'm sure you had to get up. Let's say for those that worked, had to get up early, had to get your workout in, had to get your breakfast in, had to take care of the kids, and you had this routine that you constantly did. Well, that routine for all of us has been disrupted in a major way. So the cool thing about that is now we all have a new routine. So I kind of like the fact that, I kind of am flowing more now through my day than I ever have. So I'm sure all of you, give me some hearts or wave or however, what else you can do on Facebook. Let me know if you've noticed that you actually are flowing a little bit better probably now than where you were. Forget all the negative stuff. Yes, I'm sure you're watching news more, or maybe, hopefully you're not. Perfect. Okay, cool. Um, so, but now we're in a different state. Like vibrationally, everything has slowed down. The earth has slowed down, so it's been able to heal. You're seeing images pop up all over the world. That smog is gone, and you look up in the sky and there's no planes. You don't even hear a plane in the sky. Traffic is pretty much non-existent. Everybody's has to come inward. Which is a real cool thing. It's a real interesting thing how we're all in this time out together. Hey, what's up, Jerry? So all these things, we've literally taken these busy, crazy, hectic things we normally did, and we've slowed it way down. And all those external things that kept pulling and tugging on us that maybe we really didn't like or really didn't want in our life, we don't have access to those things anymore, right? Even something like Amazon. Like Amazon is one of those things that we just don't have access to anymore. Like I don't have any more packages being delivered at my door, which makes my wife happy. But everything that we know has slowed down. And so the big message I want to share with you is slow down, breathe, chillax, chillax at this time, right? This is the time where you get to have the luxury of time. The luxury of time, that thing that you've taken for granted. Oh, I'll get to it when I get time, or I'll do that when I have time. You guys, no, like now you have the time. And what I've noticed the most now that I've had the time, the amount of stuff that I'm able to get done in this place where I have no time, I'm getting all this stuff done. So I want you guys to understand this is like a really important thing for you to really get a grasp on. Is one of the big lessons besides that we're being taught right now is not so much you guys have been bad, get a spanking, go to your rooms. It's much more than that, right? Number one, we get to spend more time honoring our health, like get our health in check, to have people talk about their health and people exercising. And the other day I was out doing some creating some content, And there were more people out walking, just walking, like in groups of 3 or 4. You can tell they were family, just walking in groups of 3 or 4, like than I've ever remember seeing. So you guys, people are starting to honor their health more, the thing they took for granted. People are starting to, maybe adjust their lifestyle, maybe change their eating habits, the things that they took for granted. People are, now acknowledging time and slowing down and doing those projects that they didn't have time to do, that they took for granted. People are probably spending more time with family now more than ever that they took for granted. So all these things, you guys, we've been given the luxury of time back. And be a real painful thing because you're so busy. You're like little busy bees. You can't stop. You can't slow down your mind. You've got to always be busy. Well, this is a big lesson for you because that busyness probably would have killed you a lot younger than probably what you want to, right? So this is a lesson. We get to slow down in our timeout. When my dad used to put me in timeout, I would stay there and I wouldn't know when I would get out. It was all on his time. It was all on his time. Well, I kind of feel that the universe is doing the exact same thing to us. We're in this timeout. We're in this glorified timeout. Everything's taken away from us. We're sitting in our corner, or let's say we're sitting in our house, and we don't know how long it's going to be. Only Mother knows that. Mother Nature, Mother Universe. Only God knows that, right? So we're sitting here, and it's a time for us to reflect. It's a time for us to reconnect. It's a time for us to rediscover. It's a time for us to create. It's a time for us to tap into that thing that we lost. And for many of you, you guys have lost a lot. You lost a lot. Hey, Amber, I miss you, sweetie. You've lost a lot because you're just going and going and going. And you don't know even where you're going. You don't even know where you're going. You're just lost. This is our time. This is your time to sit back, to chillax, to stay off social media, to disregard the news. Let me tell you something about the news, you guys. You're going to know what's going on in the world, I promise. You're going to have a friend that's going to tell you. You're going to open up your Facebook. You're going to open up your Instagram. More so Facebook. You're going to open your Facebook or sometimes, and you're going to see what's going on. So there's no reason to spend 3, 4, 5 hours a day researching the coronavirus and see how many people are getting, sick and see how many people are dying. And hey, guess what? Here's a great one that I saw yesterday. I might have been this morning. Like, this is the news, you guys. This is the news. The news was this. USA now #1 in coronavirus, whatever it's called. What the heck is it called? #1 in coronavirus. Okay, and people are infected with the coronavirus. Like, that's a good thing. Like, look at us. We're #1 now. Like, we should be celebrating that. Really? You guys, that's how crazy. Hi, Lindsay. That's how crazy it is right now. Like, this is how crazy we are. So, no more. I want you to, in your glorified timeout that you've been given, okay? And we don't know when we're coming out. Only Mom knows that. Only Mom's going to tell you, hey, you've been good. I think you've had enough time alone. I think you've done enough work. I think you've done enough sharing, and reflecting and understanding what's important. It's not all the external things. It's not keeping up with the Joneses. It's not having all the great cars and all the houses. It's important, I'm sure, for some people. But the reality is all of that stuff doesn't matter. What matters is that you as a person, that you become better and better and better and better and better. That's it, every day. You as a person, that you start being more grateful than you've ever been. You guys, this is what I'm feeling, and I'm doing it. You as a person, you start using your amazing skills and talents and your passions, those things you kept putting by the wayside because you're too busy, because you're working so hard to pay your cell phone bill or get the next big toy or whatever. This is your time. This is your time to go within. This is your time to go within to see what really matters to you, like at the core of who you are as a person, to what really, really matters. And what matters is your health, #1. Gosh dang it, if you don't do your health, shame on you. If you don't do that, I say that all the time. I don't mean I don't mean that in a bad way, but I mean it in a way where, this is a wake-up call for you. So your health, you've got to get your health in check right now. We don't want you moving around. We don't want you going to gyms. We don't want you, a lot of people spend 2 hours at the gym and they just spend the most time on their cell phone at the gym. On their cell phone. So we don't even want you doing that. We're going to take the gym away from you. We don't want you being around people. We want you to go within right now. We want you to focus on you right now. That's the most important thing that you can do, the most honorable, respectful, honorable thing you can do. So you're in extended timeout. I'm in extended timeout. I call it a glorified timeout. I don't know how long it's going to be, just like my dad never told me how long it was. Whenever he felt he was ready to pull me out of it and I learned my lesson, he'd pull me out. So guess what? We're not coming out until we all learn our lesson. That's it. So now that you know that, it's don't listen to the news. Oh, in 2 weeks, here's what's going to happen. You guys don't listen to the news. Okay? You're going to come out of your timeout when she tells you that you're ready to come out of your timeout, when you get it, when you started working on your health, you started putting in the habits, you started doing the things that you need to do, you started honoring time, you started being respectful of yourself, started honoring yourself, you started enjoying time at home, you started enjoying time with your kids, you started enjoying doing those projects that you lost, that you didn't have time to do. Everything now you get to do with no more excuses, no more faking it, no more, beating around the bush, no more procrastination, none of that. This is the opportunity that you get to find out who you really are. You get to find out who you really are. And I go on the line all the time, offering guidance and support. And one of the things I always tell people is, if you don't come out of this experience, because that's what it is, right? This is an experience. This is a chapter in your book. If you don't come out of this chapter in your book, or this experience, better than when you went in, then you didn't learn anything. You learned absolutely zero. And because the world now has changed, the world is not the same as it was a month ago or 2 months ago, whenever this crazy thing started. So because the world has changed, if you haven't changed and you're still stuck in that old world of thinking, that old way of thinking, that old process that you were doing, that was allowing you just to get by, that was allowing you just to make it, that was allowing you, to have discomfort maybe in your health, maybe that old you started suffering from a health standpoint, that old you started making more excuses, that old you started having not the energy to do things, that old you became irritable, whatever. If you do not come out of this experience better than when you went in, then it's going to be a very, very difficult life for you. Like, very, very difficult. It's going to be very hard for you to function with a new world, a new economy, a new energy, a new group of people that are going to be leading the way in this country, just going to be different. It's going to be awkward. And so I want you to know that even though it is very dark on the outside, on the inside, you could be a bright light. On the inside, you could do all those beautiful things that you want to do. You've been given the luxury to not have to be pressured and going and pulling and tugging and all that. You've been given that luxury right now. So honor it. Honor it. Be grateful for it. Get lost in it, right? It's not just you, it's everybody. We're all doing this together. So don't you think if everybody's doing it together, we're all surviving, we're all going to figure out a way, if it's earning income that you're doing, find something that you love to do in this downtime, in this down economy, in this down everything. Find something that you love to do that you could find a way to get paid for it. I love mentoring, and I love empowering, and I love creating, and I love helping people go from, their current life to their desired life. We all have this current life. I love helping people go from here to here to here to here to here. So I'm creating products right now in this downtime that people, if they so choose, they want these products, they can invest in themselves and have my blueprint for whatever life that they want. I'm creating that right now. What is your passion? Do you love being around kids? Maybe you could be one of those moms that says, you know what, here's a great idea. So if you're a mom at home, here's a great idea I thought of, and I would give it to you guys. Let's say you're a mom, that maybe you're a teacher, and you're not teaching anymore because all the teachers have been sent home. So what if you said, you know what, I'm going to make available for an hour every single day for those parents that want to get rid of their kids for a little bit, have them come over, log on to a Zoom or log on to a Facebook or something, probably a Zoom, which is what we love to do. And for 1 hour, I'm going to teach your kids something. I'm going to teach your kids. I'm going to do artwork just for an hour. And what if those parents said, oh my God, I would love for you to take the kids off my hands. They're driving me freaking crazy. And I'd be happy to pay you $15 or $20 for that hour to do that. You guys, there's so many things you could be doing right now. So what is your passion? What are you excited about? That's what you should be focusing in on. If let's say money didn't exist anymore and you're out there creating something, what would you create that you could leave this new world that's being created right now? And let's say it's another month. Let's say it's another 2 months. You could have a running head start on your new you and your new product and your new company and your new whatever you're creating. That when the veil is lifted, you could be up and running with a brand new identity, a whole new identity. That's what's so beautiful about this timeout right now, that we're all in. We're all in this awesome place right now. It's not just some people are working and some people aren't. It's not that one corporation is working, some aren't. You guys, nobody's doing anything right now. So now's the time that you got to go in. Now's the time that you got to write down all your traits. I'm going to give you guys a little success tip here, okay? So write down all your traits, write down all your skills, write down all those things that you love to do. And when you look at that, you're going to go, oh my gosh, I'm a blank. I'm looking at that. I need to find a way to get paid to do all these beautiful things that I'm good at. All these great things I'm good at. I seem to see some of my friends logging on. Some of my friends that are logging on right now, these are people, they're doing what they're passionate about right now. And they're figuring out a way to reinvent themselves to do it online. You guys, we're going to be online for a while, probably. So if we are, what could you offer? What service, what good can you offer in your extended glorified timeout that you could offer right now? What could you offer? I would love to see some of your ideas, in the feed. Put some of the things that you're working on right now. I would love to see you share with the world what you're working on right now. You need to inspire people right now. You need to help people right now. You need to tell people that you're evolving and that you're changing right now. And you're becoming a better version of yourself right now. And you're working on this amazing product that's going to change people's lives. My 5 pillars of purpose I've been working on, I believe, will impact people's lives in a major, major way. It's going to be ready next month. It's ready for those that want it. So I have things I'm working on that I'm passionate about, and people that will want my product or my service or want to elevate their lives, they'll find me and, they have a product. What is your product in your timeout that you're going to create? What is it for you? This is not a bad thing that's happening. It might seem like it. It might feel like it. But what are you doing to combat the feeling, the stress that you might be having? Every day, you guys, I do a guided meditation at night. At 10 o'clock Central Standard Time. We're going to move it to 9:30 Central Standard Time. But every night you could log on to my Facebook and watch me do a guided meditation for the world. I have people from all over the world that are logging onto that to help you get better, to help you have more clarity, more focus. Every morning I do a guided meditation with an altar call with my good friend Ryan Blair out in California. We get together and we do prayer and guided meditation and breath work every morning. Yes, there's plenty of things you could be doing right now to boost your immune system, to boost up your bulletproof vest so that you become more bulletproof. There's so much you can do right now. Don't make excuses. Not in your extended timeout. When you're in a timeout is when you find the answers. And you usually come out of the timeout and go, Mom, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I was bad. I'm sorry I was distracted. I'm sorry I didn't do what you asked me to do. I'm sorry I didn't take care of myself. I apologize for not being the perfect son for you and doing that thing right. Guess what? That's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to apologize. You're going to have to say, you know what? I was leading my life in a very weird, awkward way, and I apologize. And only when you do that, will you truly see the power of what you have and why this is happening. You guys, this little sickness that's going around, yes, it's disastrous. It's killing people, and people are dying, and people are fearful of it. But the reality is, if you look at the big picture, there's a reason divinely why this is happening. I feel it. Many of my friends feel it and know it. So honor it. Be safe. Take care of yourself. Boost your immune system. Work on you. Get creative. Start doing those things that you've been putting off. No more excuses. And when you do that, and enough people do that, collectively, the veil will be lifted. We'll be moving down the road much better, much happier, much more fulfilled, much more accepting. Ego will be detached from us. The ego will not exist. Imagine a world where the ego doesn't exist, where we don't care what our friends think. God, wouldn't that be beautiful? Imagine a world where there's more love and more appreciation, more gratitude. That's what's going to be happening. You guys, this is where we're headed. This is where we're headed. The old world is not going to exist the way that we know it. Yeah, well, there'll still be people that are attempting to be corruptful and things like that. Yeah, they will. But eventually, the new light and new energy and the new movement of people that are rising and tapping into their greatness, that are creating, that are living their purpose, living their dreams, empowering others, you guys, that new movement is the new movement of the new world, the new earth that we are probably not going to see for a while because we have a lot of work to do as the human species right now. We have a lot of work to do. So I wanted to just come on and let you guys know that all is well. We're in a glorified timeout, and it is a glorified timeout. But be safe. Stay off social media. Please do not spend hours watching this event and that event and news press releases and all. You guys don't do that. That if you do that, you're not learning anything. If you do that, you're not learning anything. You're still stuck in the old world. So stay away from that. In the new world, the one that you get to create, the one that you get to show up how you want, the one that you get to design the life that you want, the new one that you get to create the environment and have the people, your community, the way that you want. That's happening right now. And the ones that don't do that are the ones that are going to get left by the wayside. Watch what happens. If you don't believe me, watch what happens when the veil is lifted. Watch what happens to the people that are not doing the work right now, that are not going within, they're not discovering their greatness, that are not appreciating time, they're not being grateful. Watch what happens to those people. This had to happen for a reason. So while we're in our timeout, I want you to be creative. I want you to love you. I want you to discover you again. I want you to develop and create something that you're passionate about. And I want you to get in there. I want you to find a solution to help the world, whatever that is. Whatever you're passionate about, put that out there so you can help people and empower people. And know that when all this goes away, which it will, I don't know when, it's going to be a while though. When it all goes away, when all disappears, you'll look back at this moment in time and you'll go, you know what? I am very grateful that I'm here every day. I'm grateful for the breath that I'm taking. I'm grateful for the new me that's been created during all this. I'm grateful for time. I'm grateful for my health. I'm honoring that for the first time, maybe for some of you in a long time. And you're going to be at peace. And you're grateful for the peace and happiness and joy that you feel in your heart and in your existence. And if you can say that when this veil is lifted, then you're going to be much better coming out than when you went in. I love you guys. Enjoy your time out. You've all been bad little boys and girls. I'm just kidding. But this is our time to deal with what we need to deal with, to fix what we need to fix, to improve what we need to improve, to discover what we need to discover, to love what we maybe haven't loved enough, to appreciate more. This is our time to do that. And I'm honored to be part of your little circle. I'm proud to be part of this journey with you. And I look forward to hearing all of you later. Oh, by the way, tonight, for those people that are watching this probably as a replay maybe, please share this with people, you guys. But also tonight at 9 p.m. Central, I'm going to go live on my Tony Lucero Facebook. Not this Facebook, my Tony Lucero Facebook. So you have to type in Tony Lucero in the search and go to my my personal page, not my personal page, my business page, Tony Lucero. There's a picture of me standing in front of some sound bowls. Click on that picture, like that page, and at 9 o'clock Central tonight, I want you to put some headphones on, or if you have a really cool sound system and you want your family to participate, I want you to sit back and enjoy 45 minutes or so of nothing but beautiful sounds that many of you have never heard before, sounds of gongs and flutes and crystal bowls, all these instruments that I'm going to play for you tonight. And I'm going to have you get lost. I'm going to have you unplug so that you can plug into yourself. So I love you guys. I look forward to seeing you all tonight. Please share this with people. People need messages like this. I get a lot of messages that are sent to me that I listen to. People need messages like this to help understand what's really, really happening right now. And you probably have some friends that are kind of having a hard time dealing with this. You might even be having a hard time dealing with this. Watch this. Share this with people and know that everything is right. God's plan, divine's plan, the universe plan, the field's plan, the quantum field's plan, whatever you want to call it, the plan that's in effect right now is for the good of humanity. It's for the good of mankind. And we have to be through all the fluff and the smoke and the mirrors right now. We have to see the true intention of what truly is happening. So I love you guys. Thank you for the kind words. Share this with everybody. I will see you all tonight, 9 o'clock Central Standard Time on my Tony Lucero Facebook page, not this one, but my Tony Lucero Facebook page. And let's go take a flight tonight. Let's go take a journey tonight. Let's go somewhere crazy tonight, all right? Talk to you guys later. Love each and every one of you more than you'll ever know. Even though I don't say it enough, but every single one of you that found your way to my Facebook, I love you. Talk to you soon. Bye.